You're listening to the BigIron Buzz. Hello everybody, welcome to our latest episode of the BigIron Buzz, where each week we'll bring you the latest news and trends in the ag, real estate, and used equipment markets. This podcast is brought to you by BigIron Auctions and BigIron Realty, rural America's premier online unreserved auction site, bringing you rural connections, respected values, and real deals. I'm Drew Dolezal. I'm the host of today's show, and our guest today is Ryan Marthaler, District Manager here at BigIron Auctions. Ryan, I appreciate you joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. It is a good day to have a good day.
Yeah, it is a great day. So, what I want to talk about with you today is with the use of online auctions on the rise, I thought today we could dive into the subject and help our listeners with what to look for in an auction provider. So more and more farmers are choosing an online auction over an open outcry sale. What's the advantage of listing your equipment online?
Really, there are so many advantages, and I'll summarize it this way. Essentially, we bring the world to your auction. We have a worldwide audience exposed to your equipment. It just gets more people involved, and in turn, honestly, that gives you a better sale price. So we routinely, at this point, have auctions where over 40,000 people visit BigIron.com. Plus bidders can bid anytime, anywhere. It's totally convenient and comfortable for them.
So the first thing I want to touch upon here, and I'll just let you know, I'll play devil's advocate for this because I know all the benefits of using BigIron. But the first thing I want to touch upon is all auctions on BigIron are unreserved. What does unreserved mean?
Unreserved just means we're going to sell every item on BigIron to the highest bidder, regardless of price. And you won't be bidding against the seller or an agent of the seller.
Right. So again, I'll play devil's advocate. If you ask me to list a car on your auction platform with no reserve, I might be a little nervous. I might think, well, I don't know if my car's worth a lot. I don't know if this is going to bring enough. I might even be a little scared it might bring drastically less. What would be your response to folks that might ask you that question?
Sure. Look, if we can market our auctions as unreserved, there's no doubt you're going to be a little bit nervous, right, as a seller, and I can understand that. But when we advertise our auctions as unreserved, it means our buyers have a real chance of winning the equipment that they're bidding on. It shows we're an honest auction, and that means more people are going to participate. They like an honest auction. More people, more bidders, more competition. Drew, that's just a better sale price for you.
So I imagine some people might be hesitant to buy a piece of equipment sight unseen. I'd have some concerns about the quality of the equipment or not knowing the previous owner. What are your suggestions here for the first-time bidder?
One of the best parts about working at BigIron is we're totally transparent from beginning to end. We list the owner's name on every single item, and very few auction companies do that. I would encourage bidders to contact the owner of the equipment, talk to them directly about the item that they're bidding on, get their questions answered. You could even arrange a time to inspect or look at the item. But, on top of that, you can bid confidently knowing that your equipment was listed with a professional. All of our sales reps are very professional. They have quality, honesty, transparency at the top of mind through every step of the way. We provide high quality pictures and videos on every single piece of mechanized equipment so you can bid confidently.
Very good. Something I want to touch upon. What kind of things do your independent sales reps look for when they go to take these videos and pictures? What are they trying to show a potential bidder?
In short, we want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. We want to obviously highlight the things that are nice about your equipment, the features, anything that you've done in regards to getting it repaired or inspections done on a yearly basis. We can attach service records to the listing. But at the same time, I told you we want to do things honestly, right? So if there's anything wrong with the equipment, we try to identify that and be very upfront for both our bidders and our sellers that are listing on our website.
Great. Earlier, before we were talking here, you mentioned that all items on BigIron are lien-free. Can you explain to me what lien-free is?
Yeah. So a lien, by definition, is essentially the right to keep possession of property belonging to another person until the debt owed by that person is paid off. So, for example, a bank may put a lien on the new tractor, Drew, that you just purchased until you've paid back the loan through them. That way, if you stop making payments on your loan or your tractor, the bank has a right to that asset to try to recoup some of their losses, right? At Big Iron, we guarantee every item to be lien free and have a free and clear title. So we work directly with a bank or a lender to ensure that the lien payoffs can be met and ownership can be transferred free and clear.
That's great. So I couldn't imagine buying a piece of equipment only to find out somebody else owns it like the bank does. Do all auction providers check this out first to make sure that items are lien free?
Sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? But no, they don't, which is really why you can bid confident when you're on BigIron.com. We believe a confident bidder is going to spend more money.
Very good. So speaking of other auction providers, what are some of the hallmarks of a best-in-class online auction provider?
Sure. Well, at Big Iron, we believe there's many things that set us apart from other auction companies. We've actually talked about a few of them already yet today, but we're proud to be unreserved. We are proud to be transparent. We are proud to be lien free. But one thing we haven't talked about is the fact that we have a world-class marketing team that can put together a marketing plan specific to your needs, specific to your auction, and specific to your equipment. We really are unmatched in this area. And on top of everything, we don't charge a buyer's fee or a buyer's penalty to our bidders, which is crazy that some people do that. We want our bidders to bid confidently. Why would I penalize the person I'm trying to get to spend money on your equipment? It just doesn't make sense. I'm proud to work at Big Iron because really we just do so many things right, Drew.
I agree with you. I want to touch a little bit upon the marketing that Big Iron does. It's world-class, just phenomenal marketing. Can you maybe walk me through a little bit of the process of how that starts and how that ends?
Sure. So we have a lot of local options. We have a lot of print options. We have a lot of digital options. But, the power of doing an online auction really gives us so much data to work with, where we can almost remarket to some of the bidders and the buyers and really the sellers that we've worked with in the past. If you have a full lineup of John Deere equipment, we can find John Deere buyers. If you have specific trucks that have a very specific buyer, we can research our database to make sure we're finding and making connections with people that are in that market. We do a lot of digital options through Facebook. We do a lot of digital options through email, but we don't forget the local guys either. So we can get you in the local paper, we can do a local ad, but at the same time, we want to open it up to the world, and we can do that through so many methods.
Ryan, that's all great advice that you shared. Any other suggestions for anyone who has never bought or sold equipment on an online auction?
Yeah, good question. Don't be afraid to reach out to your local Big Iron representative. Their name and number is listed on every piece of equipment, just like the seller. So Big Iron's local. We live where we work. We work where we live. We love to support our local communities, get to know our local producers and farmers. Big Iron reps are often, Drew, the local celebrity in their community. We'd be glad to help you on any side of the transaction, buying or selling.
I'm going to switch gears here, Ryan. I'd like you to share a few of your favorite items that are coming up on next week's auction. That'd be the March 18th auction. What excites you here?
Sure. So we actually have a couple items. I know you want to talk about March 18th, but I can't. I'd be remiss if I didn't say here in Nebraska we have the Bruce Nedrow Trust selling April 1st out of Shickley, Nebraska. It's a nice full lineup of equipment, top to bottom. Jamin Harms is a local rep there. But in regards to March 18th, I saw Jacob Harrington just listed a nice package of construction equipment, trucks, support items for actually the city of Norman, Oklahoma. So keep your eyes on that one. And then actually on the way here, I was talking to my buddy Ryan Harbour. He was excited about the Sack Brothers retirement. That's out of St. Paul, Nebraska. Again, selling next week. Just a nice full lineup of equipment. Make sure you see that. But in regards to individual items, Agco actually has a nice 2016 Rogator self-propelled sprayer selling next week. That's actually out of Forest City, Arkansas, and you don't want to miss that one. So there really is, Drew, something for everyone on Big Iron.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that's it for our show. I'd like to thank our guest, Ryan Marthaler, and remind everyone that all the equipment you heard about today can be found on BigIron.com. Before I close it out, though, I just want to remind everybody that in addition to the March 18th equipment auction, there will be two pieces of real estate selling, one in Merritt County and the other in Lancaster County, Nebraska, selling March 19th on Big Iron's website. So make sure you check those out if you're looking for some nice farms. So for the Big Iron Buzz, I'm Drew Dolezal. We'll catch you here next week.